Let's say you want to take a virgin barrel or any barrel and you want to clock it in your trunnion. The best way I've found is to use the ears here on top of your trunnion and a little flat section tabs up here on your handguard retainer. If you have the ring already or the slot already in your barrel, the groove, place that on, stick this in here by hand, find something fairly flat. Doesn't have to be perfect, you can, just something flat. And just lay it on there, and that will clock your barrel pretty damn close to where you want it. Then you can take a rubber mallet or a piece of brass and lightly tap the end of the barrel so it stays in there like this one does. Then you can go over to your press and press it in headspace. But that's the easiest way I've found to do it. Use the ears on top of your trunnion and the flat section on your handguard. Alright, you've got your barrel pressed in, but you're using your press, and it's very hard to fine tune using a 20-ton press. It builds up a little bit of pressure and you think you're there, and all of a sudden, boom, it shoots past your mark where you want to go. Well, or out either direction, you go past your sweet spot. How do you fine tune that? Well, I've got different little tools here that I've made. This one would go inside of here like this. And that would be for pressing the barrel that direction. This one with the brass nut on the end of it and the extractor cut out, it's got a section machined in it for the ejector, machined where it will fit in between the rear trunnion. It goes in here like so. As you can see, that fits in between there. Of course, usually on this I have to collapse the stock. But anyway, and that will push the barrel that direction. But, like I said, being in a press, you'll build up pressure, and some people will build up a little bit of pressure and then smack it with a mallet, the press, and sometimes that will be enough to just barely move it to where you need it to get your headspace where you want it. But what if that's not working for you? Another thing I do is I'll use these two tools right here, and I'll use my bench vise. I'll show you that here in a second. Okay, you can see how I have it set up in my bench vise. Now it just barely fits in there. The trigger guard almost wants to touch the inside back here. You gotta be very careful about how you get it set up in here. But what I'll do once I get to that point, if I need to make the headspace tighter and I need the barrel to go in a little more to fine tune, I will take a piece of brass like this, rubber mallet. I'll take the piece of brass, I'll set it on top, and then I'll smack it with the hammer, the mallet. If it's not moving enough for me, I might move up to a little bit more of an actual steel hammer here. Doesn't take much, just give it a little tap or a decent little pop, depending on how tight your barrel is in your trunnion. Take it all out, check your headspace. Alright, now you've got too tight a headspace when you're fine tuning, and you need to go this direction to make the headspace a little bit more loose to get where your headspace is correct. It's just sitting in here loose. It's not tightened up. Yeah, remember your barrel has a slight little shoulder on it. It sticks out. Make sure that's in between. These are aluminum. I just set it on there. Like I said, I don't squeeze on it. I just set it in there. This is when I'll use this little tool. Like I said, it goes right inside of here. Sets in there. I'll just hold it. And then I don't need the piece of brass there. Normally I'll just use the actual hammer here and just smack it on the back side. Take it all out, check your headspace. You may have to do it 2 or 3 times. You may have to do it 15 times. Just depends on how tight your trunnion is on your barrel.